This is Brian Edens, and this is my presentation of learning. This is for the Financial Resources class out at the University of Concordia out of St. Paul. The first thing that really stuck out to me was the budget interview. I learned so much from the budget interview. Just learned about the intricacies and the complexity of developing and implementing a budget. There's just so many things that go into it. Learning about the USFARs. North Dakota has a different set of numbers, but some of them are the same idea anyways. Just learning that each one of those numbers is really specific for a certain thing, and the money needs to be coming out of those funds. Just ways for people to stay organized, but it is tedious, and it's purposeful. And just learning, a big thing for me was learning that there are multiple funds in a school district. Originally I thought it was just a general fund. Everything came in and out of that general fund, but it was kind of a light bulb moment when I found out, there's many funds. There could be a general fund, there's a reserve fund, a food service fund, an activities fund, and there could be other funds depending on the school's needs. But that was a big learning moment for me. It just helped make a lot of things made a lot more sense after I learned that. And Jamestown's not a huge district, but we do have multiple schools. I think there's kind of 9 buildings in the district that have to kind of work together. People have to keep track of that budget, and they have to send that into the business office, and they have to keep track of their expenditures. So it's neat to see that sense of community and people really being diligent and doing a good job with the money that they are allotted every year. So that cooperation between the district leaders is great. I also didn't really realize or think about the budget being an ongoing process. As soon as one part of the budget looks to be maybe done, something else comes up. So, for instance, it gets approved in June, but automatically funds start getting taken out as salaries and everything start coming out. And then in August, there's an audit every year by a local firm. And then after that, they present to the board, and then certain things need sent in, like title information needs sent in March. And, it's just an ongoing thing. So that was really eye-opening. And, just to really have a new appreciation for the business manager and the people that work on the budget, the implementation, the development of it. I thought the learning teams were a great resource, a great experience to go through. Our group was really a cooperative group, I think. There was times when some people really struggled with certain ideas or concepts, and other people would step up, and other times, the roles would be reversed, and everybody was contributing what they could, and we, just had a good collaborative effort together. There were real situations, which I liked, and now I feel confident that I could create a budget if I absolutely had to, or I could at least look at a budget and understand where these numbers are going, where they're coming from. And it was fun just to kind of think critically through real life situations, like how to move teachers around, or do we need to cut teachers, or can you be creative with how teachers spend their time so they don't have to be cut. So that was just some good things to keep in mind moving forward. And I really liked using the tools and the Excel documents, just remembering some of those formulas and learning some new ones, and just learning how to work smarter and not harder is definitely going to be beneficial moving forward, especially dealing with budgets. And the questions were challenging. They really made us think. They made us question each other. They made us, come back maybe 2 or 3 times to something before we all felt comfortable with where we were at. So, and that real life situation. So I did enjoy that. The next thing is just learning about the financial resources available. There's lots of grants out there. I learned about a few just available to educators and leaders. But really just searching for partners, searching for companies that are trying to move in a certain direction. There's a lot of opportunities out there. The other thing that's a little more obvious, I think, is just the PTO. If a school doesn't have a PTO, they should really look into getting one started, because that partnership between parents and students and the school staff is just invaluable. Just the things that they can do just outside of raising money, just being part of that education is proven to be very beneficial. They help with raising the funds, and just being there is a good thing for parents to be involved. Just the one thing I really took away from that is the purchases. Any purchases that the PTO makes become part of the district. So the district could potentially say, hey, okay, this would be better served somewhere else. I don't think that happens very often, but it's just something to keep in mind. And just being diligent with what you have, with those resources that are available to you, because if you're a good leader, you're going to keep track of those. You're going to be a good steward, and then people are going to trust you. They're going to know you are going to make good decisions and not poor ones. So I think it's important to be responsible with those resources that are available. And something else I don't have on here, I was just thinking, is getting involved with professional groups and attending conferences or other financial resources to learn about those, and creating a network that are also really beneficial. The discussion board was pretty good this time. I enjoyed a lot of the questions. Several times I went on researching binges just to try to figure out how and why things are the way they are. A lot of questioning of my own thinking and questioning other people's thinking. Just really, I think, helped everybody think about things in different ways, different perspectives, which is great. Potentially being in a leadership role at some point. We didn't agree all the time. There were disagreements. There was some give and take. And I just think that they were productive. And so I enjoyed the class, and those are my takeaways.